Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today's video is going to be a video that I'm actually copying the idea of. I recently saw Laura Lee's video where she mixed up all of her foundations and tried to figure out what is her custom shade mix using almost equal quantities of everything. So I decided that I'm going to give this challenge a little bit of a whirl, and today I'm going to be doing a Laura Lee and mixing up all of my foundations. I'm actually really enjoying my table right now because it's not as cluttered as it usually is. I just have one brush, I have my mixing glass palette, and I have all of my foundations. So I'm going to start out with foundations that come in pour out bottles like this one and this one and this one. And I'm going to try and take out as little as possible. And I understand a few of you might end up commenting that it's such a waste of product, but that's just what you gotta do. So I'm just taking as little foundation as I can. This was my Maybelline Fit Me. I am in the shade 128 Warm Nude. Then I have my Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour foundation with Comfort Serum, and I am in the shade 200 Soft Beige. Being very careful about the quantity that I'm pulling out. Next up, I have the Lakme Perfecting Liquid Foundation, cream foundation and a liquid foundation bottle. Okay, a little bit more. Alright, there you go. Then we have a whole bunch of tube foundations. So recently I did a video on using a full face of makeup using products under 100. I will link it up right there in the eye, so go ahead and click it. And I use this foundation. This is the Blue Heaven Waterproof Makeup Foundation with SPF. Let's get a little bit of this orange shade out. Let's add the Lakme 9 to 5 Weightless Mousse Foundation. This has no coverage at all, and I end up actually using this as a primer because it does fill in my pores. But if it's marketed as a foundation, it's going to be in this video. Next up, I have the Maybelline Dream Velvet Foundation. I hate it so much. It just does not work for me at all. Also, this looks like a pile of poop. It just doesn't work for me at all. This is the Kiko Milano Liquid Skin Second Skin Foundation. I love this. This is one of the better buys that I made. And I actually haven't yet bought anything from Kiko that I haven't loved. This is no exception. It's nice, light coverage, very good shade match for me. Then we have the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour foundation right here. Let's take one pump out. This is the Revlon Color Stay Normal to Dry Skin in the shade Fresh Beige. Let's get one pump out from that. My Milani Conceal and Perfect. I am the shade 04 Medium Beige. Actually, this is just a little bit too dark for me. Okay, next up I have the Garnier BB Cream. I don't even know if it has much product left. Oh, it does. I don't like it very much. So there we go. I don't end up using it all that much, all that often. And finally, we have my latest addition to my foundation obsession. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and I have the shade Soft Beige. So it's in a packaging like this, so it's going to be a task in getting this out. Okay, so this is my palette right here, full of 12 foundations. And I know that most of the beauty gurus that you've seen work on this before have used a lot more than 12. But this is all I've got. What am I saying all I've got? I've got 12 foundations. That's insane. Okay, it's proving a little difficult mixing this up because of the different consistencies, but we'll get there. So yeah. By the way, I got the idea of having a mixing palette right here. Just got it from a local glass shop. And I got the idea from Tati. I love her channel and I love these things that she does in her super obsessive high maintenance way, like she likes to call it. This is my mixed up batch. That's so much foundation. And let's see what the shade is like. It smells so much like the Blue Heaven foundation. Let's get started. I've got my Real Techniques brush. I decided not to use primer today because I didn't feel like it and I wanted to see what the foundations together will perform like on their own. This is interesting. The coverage is really medium and the finish so far is quite dewy actually. It's very satin. It's definitely not matte, which I'm definitely surprised by. Coverage is medium high, not light at all, but not super highly pigmented like I thought. I mean super high coverage like I thought. Wow, that is cakey. You know what, I realized I should have taken a little container and mixed all of this in that. And that way had the whole thing, and I'm not 100% sure that it has not worked out. But if it does work out, this is such a waste. There's no way to salvage this product. It's not going to be possible. So the foundation is on. Foundations are on. And yes, it does feel like I'm wearing 12 foundations. Let's talk about the coverage right here, shall we? The viewfinder is not really showing you details of what the coverage looks like. Just because the camera does tend to make things look a little bit more perfected than they actually are. The mirror in front of me is telling me that it's grabbing onto all of my imperfections. It's settling in my fine lines so badly. It feels like I'm wearing 12 foundations. It's so heavy and so cakey. And don't get me wrong, I wear high coverage foundations every day. I'll wear foundations like the Milani Concealer in Perfect all day and foundations like the L'Oreal Infallible. And this is not at all comfortable. I feel like this is just sinking into my pores and it's going to give me acne tomorrow morning. The camera wouldn't mind it at all, but in real life this is way too much. Oh god. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to complete my face makeup and come back and let you know how makeup applied on top of this cocktail of cake. Okay you guys, so it is actually only about 15 minutes later and I have done my makeup. I do have the whole shebang going, so I've contoured, bronzed, put on some blush, put on some highlight, and here's what I think. I went in and I checked my makeup outside all of these bright lights and it turns out that my makeup is a little bit dark for me. And it turns out that I have more foundations that are a little bit dark for me compared to the ones that are just right or just a little bit lighter. So the overall effect of my makeup was a little bit dark. I managed to counteract that by using a very light translucent white translucent powder underneath my eyes, and that did stop my under eye from creasing a little bit. So what's happening is that there is some foundation and powder that has settled in under my eyes, in my fine lines, and honestly it's not a very attractive look, but it's not bad. At least it's been color corrected with the lighter shade powder. For the rest of my face, I've used my normal powder, which is the Rimmel Stay Matte. It's my current absolute favorite. I'm on my second second compact. And my blush is Kiko Milano, my bronzer is Kiko Milano, my highlight is actually Becca Shivering Skin Perfector in Opal, and my lipstick is a Faces Red lipstick that will be listed in the description box for those of you who most definitely will ask me what my lip shade is, because every time I wear this, somebody or the other always asks. The powder of course does help kind of set the makeup in place, but the maximum lines that I do have are all under here and it doesn't stop the foundation from settling in there. It doesn't stop the foundation from looking cakey just because, let's face it, I'm cake faced today and it's not a cute look. After putting on powder, my blush, bronzer, highlight, everything just went on it very comfortably. There was no problem blending it. It just feels like a really thick layer of cream topped off with a whole lot of many layers of powder. But overall, I'm glad I did it. It's a fun experiment and I'm so glad I don't have to go out anywhere after this. Oh god, every time I smile I can see all that foundation just gathering over here. It's so attractive. So yeah, that's the makeup look. I guess this was me mixing all of my foundations together, and I don't recommend it for myself personally, but I do urge you guys to try it out yourself and send me pictures on my Instagram or tweet them to me if you like. All of my social media handles are listed right there in the corner, so go ahead and follow me everywhere and show me what you think. If you like this video, leave a nice little comment, tell me that you liked it. And if you have any other video requests for me or any kind of fun ideas, fun challenges, do list them in the comments below, because I would really love to try them. I'm on a challenge high. I've been doing the under 100 rupees makeup challenge and only 5 makeup products kind of challenge. I'm thinking of doing only cream products makeup challenge. And yeah, I think that's all we've got for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video that I've come up with, and that you will subscribe to my channel, just like Laura Lee, from whom I got this idea today. And while you're at it, also hit the notifications button and become a part of my notification squad. With that, I thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.